I am gonna start pulling the engine out of my 180. In episode 1 I talked about pulling this out because lack of power. Pretty keen on getting a bit more power. Feel I've probably maxed out this setup. I definitely still suck at driving, but I feel like I probably need another 100 horsepower or something like that. So yeah, we're going to rip this one out. I have an S14 motor which I originally had put together for my Laurel, my C33, which if you follow me on Instagram you probably would have seen on Instagram. Basically exactly the same setup as the shop car and Graham's car as well. So yeah, going to pull this motor, and she's been a bloody trooper, this one. She's been a real bloody trooper. This is the factory engine from this car. So this car, according to the Japanese D-Reg papers that came with it, is a 97 Type X. So this is the real last of the 180SX chassis. So yeah, this one, I mean, I've never really talked about it, but this one is pretty much stock. Obviously we've got a tubular manifold of some description, pretty high quality one. This one has never had any problems, there's no cracks or anything on it. Some kind of stainless steel Japanese job. It's got a non ball bearing T28 on it. I believe it's an S14A, so facelift T28, and that's pretty much it. Factory injector still. It has a Niz-Tune motherboard in it, so it's been tuned for that, and obviously running the bigger airflow meter. So it's an RB25 airflow meter. Adam had done some work on this car previously. It used to be brown. I'll put a picture in so you can see what it used to look like. Some of you might recognize it. So yeah, so Adam had already done sort of the catch tank setup, this mid-mount intercooler setup, which you can kind of see through there. Put the oil cooler on it, all the pipe work. Some joker put this blow-off valve on. If everyone would care to take a look, it's actually a G-Ready HKS blow-off valve. So it's still got the Jap radiator it came with, so I'll probably just keep that. I've still got everything from the Laurel. Intercooler, catch can. I got a whole bunch of stuff that got made up. Adam and Graham made. So I'll probably try and use as much of that stuff as possible, and probably sell a bit of this stuff that's floating around. So we got a bit of stuff out. Sweet that all this gold tape's on there. Some idiot put that on. Got all the intercooler, radiator stuff out. Just drained all the fluids out. A little box of goodies there. It's going to need a good clean down, but everything's surprisingly clean. I mean, this engine has never been out. As far as I know, this engine's never been opened up. So it's about 147,000 kilometers on it. Yeah, she's solid as. There's hardly any oil in the intake or throughout the intake, so that's a good sign. Yeah, a little bit of a pain in the ass because I'm doing this at my workshop and not at home, so my only tools is this stupid thing which doesn't even have a ratchet in it. So got the block and tackle hooked up there. Just drop around the beam, everything like hooked on. So just gonna let the gearbox fluid drain out onto my black plastic, put the thing on a pallet and hide it in the corner. A few interesting things when you actually pull an engine out of a car you've never pulled an engine out of. There's no water cooling on the turbo, and it's got an HKS actuator. This might actually be a ball bearing, might actually be a S15 T28. It's got quite a nice HPI downpipe there, which is pretty cool. Gearbox fluid is still draining out. Yeah, so I've got the car back home now. It's still a little difficult doing a lot of this work at my workshop, just because I'm not kitted out there. All my tools and stuff are here, so gonna crack on with everything here, including probably the paint job. We'll probably do that here as well. So just today, just prepping the engine bay a bit more for paint and giving it a clean down. Oh, and there's the engine going in. This one here. Should we have a look at it? This is the engine that'll go in. It's an S14 based motor. It has the GTX 3071 on there, and it has a V-band rear housing, Turbo Smart 45mm wastegate. This manifold is exactly the same that's on the shop car, on Graham's car, on this car. It'll be on Joe's car when that gets built. It's got, they come off, they probably won't come off. It's got HKS SS cams, which are like a pond cam equivalent, but made by HKS. Got the Tomei fuel rail kit in there. We've done a lot of the like the idle control deletes and all that kind of stuff, and I don't know if you can see, all the water lines be deleted as well. We've got this little piece, a -6 piece on here, which join up, and that's it. You can see there my Mazworks adapter plate for the Z32 gearbox. The fuel pump's just going to be an in-tank DW250, I think it is, just an in-tank pump. It's supposed to be good for about 500 horse or something like that, which this car's not going to be anywhere near. So that's the motor there, going in there. So today I'm going to get some primer on the engine bay, maybe some paint. I don't know if I've got enough material here. Are pretty much all prepped and ready to go. So we've got my little makeshift spray booth here. Got the first coat, well, put the prime coat on. Everything's looking pretty good, pretty happy how it's all coming out. Give it a quick sand with the sanding pad just to take off any top edges. I think I'm going to give the top coat a crack today while the sun's out, so yeah, chickens shortly. Alright, got the top coat on. Boom! Not too bad for a shitty home job. Missed a few spots up in there. I'll get in there and give it a touch up. Power should be right. It's a drift car already. So yeah, engine bay pretty much done. Are we tubbing it now?
Couple front off.
Sick. 2 front. Let's do it.